In this lesson, you're going to do two things. You're going to find education-related data and create a graph. And the second thing you're going to do is write a lesson plan which has students spending time putting data in Excel and creating a graph. So let's go over a few things. There are several different kinds of graphs, and I'll show you some examples. But what you need to know is that line graphs show change over time. Circle graphs demonstrate parts of a whole. And then, of course, bar graphs just show comparisons between different things. Okay, so you will paste this graph into a PowerPoint slide and turn it in both to the assignment area and to the discussion board. So you create a lesson plan which has students collecting data also. Then they take that data, put it in Excel, make a graph, and then they summarize it. So remember in the assignment two things, the lesson plan and then your own graph of education-related data.
Welcome to Excel 2013. Let's begin by trying to create a basic graph. Let's type in cat, dog, bird into these cells. So this is cell A1, column A, column B, column C. Columns run up and down, whereas rows run from left to right. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, etc. So let's type in, let's say, 7 people like cats, and we'll say 12 people like dogs, and 3 people like birds. So let's highlight these cells. Click on cell A1 and hold down the left mouse button. Drag out your mouse to the bottom right. So we're highlighting all these cells. And now let's go to Insert. And let's go to the first chart, which should be a column chart. Click on that, and we'll just choose the first one. So congratulations, you now have successfully created a chart. And what we'll do is we will change the chart title. I'm going to double click the chart title. You might have to just click a couple times more. And I'm going to type in favorite pet. Notice how as soon as you create your graph, there's this design. We're right now inside the design tab. There's this thing called quick layout. In Excel 2013, quick layout, what we can do is we can actually choose the layout that we like, and I like this one here, layout 9, and choose it, and we can see that we can actually add more titles. For example, on the side I can write votes, and on the bottom I don't actually want it, so if you click off of it and you click on it once, you can press delete. And series 1, I don't want that either. I can click on it once and press delete. Alright, and you can right click the actual chart, right click, and go to, you could change the format, and you can just play around with some of the formatting. You could change the fill. So for example, if I change the solid fill to a certain color, yellow, and this is not advisable, it is possible to change the actual fill. Furthermore, we can add some borders. If I were to choose a solid line and choose the color to be black, for example, you can see that we have some opportunity to change the format options. So if I chose a width, changes to 5, press enter, you can actually notice that the chart now has a thickness of 5. So you can just play around with these different formattings, and you can even round the corners. Just click on that, and this is not very pretty, but it just goes to show you that you can play with the color settings. So congratulations, you now know how to create a basic chart. My advice is when you actually create a chart, just be careful. Do not do the following. Do not accidentally have empty columns or empty rows, or do not accidentally highlight too much. Just highlight what you need and you should be fine.